We can see here that the expert on top has the greater stability where she's straight up, her shoulders are square, her feet are planted on the ground, whereas the novice on the bottom, her feet aren't planted on the ground, she's slightly bent forward, and you can see that her shoulders are kind of hunched. For the preparatory phase of the free throw shot, the expert has that L shape, whereas the L shape of her arm, whereas the novice doesn't really. Fast forwarding to the movement of it, we see that they're releasing at different angles, whereas the expert on top is releasing at a higher angle above a 45 degrees, having the ball go higher up, whereas the novice on the bottom is releasing at below a 45 degrees, having the ball go straight forward instead of high. And as far as the follow through, the expert on top is still reaching for the basket and her feet are at a tiptoe, whereas the novice on the bottom, after she releases the ball, her arms come back, down, and she steps forward, not on a tiptoe. We can see that the expert on top, she doesn't really put much force into the release of the ball, whereas the novice on the bottom is pushing the ball really hard, making that it goes forward instead of higher. And we can somewhat see that the expert on top, she's releasing the ball with the tip of her fingers, whereas the novice on the bottom is releasing the ball with the palm of her hands. So the expert on top creates a nice backspin movement, having the ball go further, and the novice on the bottom doesn't have that much of a backspin.